You remember Sid when he says, he said something else too. This is much, much later. He says something like half a brain or something. He got it confused. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
We'll show that some other time, but I don't think he realized what he said. And let me just say this before we go. We brought Sid in when I was in Continental, and he was still pretty green, but he did that big man gimmick, and we was trying to teach that to him. See, part of being in a territory when you're a veteran is you got to teach the younger guys, how to do things. And most of the time, we don't go to a training facility to do it. We do it live in front of fans. And then we get in the back. And that's how I learned. We get in the back. The guy said, don't do this and don't do this and don't do this and do this and this and this. And that's how I learned. I learned what they call OGT, on the job training. And that's the way I learned the business. So
tell me, I've got my own ideas, I'm sure, but tell me how to work the optimum big man style, because there's been a lot of big men who've tried to work like cruiserweights at times, which always looks odd.
Oh, it's crazy. I'll give you an example. Abyss, big guy, 300-pounder. But he wanted to go out there and do all these like lighter guys, like a 200-pounder. He wanted to do those spots. And I used to get pissed at him. I said, stop doing that crap. Yeah, man, but blah, 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 blah. I said, no. And I finally just had to say, listen, the next time I see you doing that, I'm going to fire you. And it was the last time he did it. I had to, and I wouldn't have fired him, but I had to tell him something. I said, you're 300 pounds. And I said, I don't want you going off your feet like a 200-pound guy would, because people know you're not going to throw a 300-pound guy around, especially when he's in the ring with a 200-pound guy. I mean, we're in a structured business, and everything is pre-planned, but you have to kind of go by the rules of gravity sometimes. And guys that do that, I mean, I guess to a certain percentage of fans, they're a great worker. Great working does not draw money. I mean, you can go to any tumbling exhibition in the world and see great gymnastics. But I want to see somewhat of a confrontational tussle going on, and that's where the money is.
Can you understand why Ole Anderson really hated Vader doing all these high flying, like the moonsault off the top? Or is Vader a special case? Because I remember as a kid watching Vader thinking that was amazing.
Yeah, but what Vader proved when he did the backflip is he's a hell of an athlete, and he was. And I don't know why you mentioned Ole, right?
Yeah. He was always trying to get Vader to tone down, so the story goes.
Well, he probably under the same thing I just talked about. He was too big to be doing that, when smaller guys couldn't even do it. But sometimes he was supposed to be a heel. But when he did the backflip, what is there to hate? What is there to dislike? You got to say, damn, what an athlete. And he was.